Well, what we have here is an Alfa Romeo, but as you can see, it's perched on some stilts. Sophia Loren, Monica Bellucci, and Giorgio Armani. These are a few names which spring to mind when I think of Italy, when I think of style, when I think of passion, and when I think of true beauty. Well, this is the Alfa Romeo, and this is the Alfa Romeo first edition of the Stelvio, and I think you'll agree with me, it's not exactly what you'd call ugly. You see, the Italians are obsessed with style and beauty, and owning an Alfa Romeo is a sign that you put aesthetics beyond everything else, and that you don't simply run with the pack. In fact, what you do is really knock the style element right out of the ballpark. The Alfa Romeo Stelvio, therefore, is gorgeous. It's typical Italian flair, passion, and finesse. And just look at it. It is something to behold. Now, when I heard that Alfa Romeo were building an SUV, at first I wanted to shun away from the idea, because as far as I'm concerned, they build Italian sports cars. But then again, it's not exactly that much of a shocker. Porsche were the first to come out with that, likes of that Cayenne, that big seller that we see all around the world. Lamborghini are doing it. Heck, Rolls-Royce even are building an SUV. It's a sign that SUVs are an incredibly popular type of transportation, an incredibly popular body style, and I think they've really pulled it off. Styled on the Giulia, this latest generation vehicle from the brand, and I think turned the sales figures really on the ups and ups. Firstly, it's excellent to drive. This first edition is beautiful. It's available in South Africa as either the Alfa Romeo Super Edition or this, the first. Now with the first edition, you get the same engine, but you get quite a lot of little extras, and it's the one I would recommend. These lovely large aluminium flappy paddles behind the steering wheel. The power delivery is also rather impressive. Okay, it's a 4-cylinder motor, but it's a 2-liter turbo 4-cylinder motor, and it develops 206 kilowatts of power, 400 newton meters of torque, and 0 to 100 shove in just a shade over 6 seconds. It is properly will go, and when you get the pedals going and you flip up and down, it's also quite a lot of fun to drive as well. And that's before you bear in mind that there's a fire-breathing QV edition coming around the corner in the third quarter of 2018. Being a true SUV, has 4-wheel drive, but when I say 4-wheel drive, it's an alpha version of 4-wheel drive. So this Q4 edition sends all of its power to the back wheels. That's all full 100%. Until it realizes that things are getting a bit edgy and a little bit rough, then what it does is simply moderates 50% of power to the other two wheels to give you a simply more planted feel. You also have some pretty impressive ride height. So boy oh boy, you can take this, despite its charming, beautiful, sporty looks, on some truly bumpy and rutted paths, and it glides along and takes them really, really well. And to end off the whole Italian love tale, much like a waiter waving his arms around in a flamboyant Italian restaurant, this Alfa not only looks the part, it's available from 810,000 Rand for the Super or 947,000 Rand for this one, the more well-appointed first edition. It's sold with Alfa's 3-year 100,000 kilometer warranty and 6-year 100,000 kilometer service plan. From me, Jason of Technobok, until next time, I'll see you guys soon. Cheers for now.
Technobok.